Hey everyone, it's Micah. This week we are doing a I Side With Political quiz recap. I took all these questions because I'm out of town this week, and so I wouldn't be able to make live content. So I figured let's answer some questions on policy and positions, and maybe see if we can get some controversy or some interesting moments out of this. So this first episode is on the environment and environmental issues. And yeah, I stand by all of my opinions, and I'm willing to argue with anybody about anything at any time. So if you are interested, or if you have more information on a question that I was maybe a little bit unfamiliar with, feel free to email me, truenorthminute@gmail.com. We can either have a stream where you can come on and we can chat, or we can just have fun and talk about stuff. So I want to open up a discussion here on all these topics. And while I am having fun with this, I do try to come up with serious answers. I am a little bit stoned towards the latter part of the recording. So, yeah, it should be a little bit fun, should be a little bit comedic. I probably say some pretty dumb things. This video series isn't really edited out. It's just I'm taking down the clips from what I recorded, and you're getting it. So it should be fun, and yeah. All right. Enjoy the video, y'all. Domestic policy. Should there be more restrictions on the current process of purchasing a gun? No, there should be less. Yeah, I think I would say no, but increase the penalties for gun-related crime. If you commit a crime with a gun, it should be significantly worse on you than if you don't, than if you just commit that crime without the firearm. However, I'm very, very pro-gun, and yeah, you can't change my mind on that one. Are you in favor of decriminalizing drug use? Yes. What are the other stances? Yes, for most but not all. Yes, retroactively reduce. No, we should pass tougher drug laws. No, and increase punishment for dealers. No, and increase funding for addiction prevention and rehabilitation. No, but decriminalize drugs that offer medicinal benefits. So I am in favor of decriminalization of all drugs, and I'm in favor of the legalization of certain drugs, such as mushrooms, probably LSD in certain circumstances, or MDMA. I think there are certain drugs that you can pretty easily say that there's not that crazy of a side effect, and the benefits are fine. And because I'm just a libertarian like that, I don't really care what you do with your body. You can do whatever the hell you want with it. The government should not be regulating what you put in your own body. Should Canadian Aboriginals receive more government funds? Well, yes. Yes, but let's see. Yes, and the government should give them their land back. Yes, and I don't agree with how the funds are currently allocated. Yes, they should be further compensated. No, we should slowly phase out funding. No, they should be integrated into our society as citizens. No, they should not receive any more funds until their accounting is reviewed by independent auditors. No, instead of monetary funds, we should offer assistance in the form of education, training, and social programs. Honestly, I don't know enough about this, about like how much money they get. But in general, I would say yes. I feel kind of not knowledgeable enough on this specific issue. I think that in general, First Nations should have autonomy on how they interact with the federal government, and I do believe that land back is a thing that should be done. The thing is, I'm not 100% sure exactly how that all would work, and I don't know how much money they get right now and as a whole, but I know that there are a lot of issues. So therefore, I would say yes, but probably some oversight is needed. That's pretty lib, though. I don't know. I think that yes, the answer is probably that they do need more money, but I don't know enough, so I'm just gonna say yes and pass. And I don't really know that much about it, so I'm just gonna leave that there. More domestic policy. In order to reduce energy costs, should the government nationalize or privatize the energy sector? We should nationalize it, the entire thing. We should nationalize the entire energy sector and the extraction center. So that includes mining, oil and gas, natural gas, nuclear, solar, wind, hydro. All of these should be nationalized industries, and all the costs should be reduced as far as possible. And really, the only profit margin that should be there, if there is a profit margin, it should be redistributed back to the citizens at the end of each year as like a tax refund. So let's say you paid, I don't know, $2,000 for energy over the last year, and the Crown Corp made a 20% profit. Well, you should get your share of that 20% back. That's how I see it. I would run them as nationalized co-ops. So if there's profit that's made, that money just gets sent back to individuals up to the amount that they paid the prior year. So if you paid $2,000 one year, but there was enough profits that you got back $2,800, you would get $2,000 back. But if you had $3,000 that you paid the prior year and you were to get $2,800 back, you would then get that full $2,800. That's the way I would look at that. Do you support a national daycare policy? Yes. Yes. Should government workers be allowed to strike? Yes. Do we have any other answers here? Yes, but only for non-essential services. No, but establish a labor court to preempt and mediate strikes. Okay, so this is actually an interesting question. Government workers should 100% be allowed to strike. However, there is... The way I see it is that government workers should never be put into the position where they need to strike. If your government workers are constantly going on strike or threatening strikes or wanting to go on strike, that's more a problem with how the systems in the bureaucracy itself is managed rather than anything else. So yes, government workers should be allowed to strike, but they should never be put into a position where that's even a question that comes up. Pay our fucking public servants. That's what I'm saying. Thank you for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a like or a comment. And if you really enjoyed my content, make sure to check out my socials listed on the end card. Until tomorrow, everybody, have a fantastic day, eh?